You're gonna take the isolation thing off of it. Here you go. Okay. Is that all right? It should be a little bit better now because it's not like as
Yeah, it's good.
muffled.
It sounds a little different now.
Yeah, it's gonna sound a little. It's gonna sound a little less like It's gonna sound a little reverby because that's the point of the isolation thing.
Well, you can do it either way. I'm just thinking, like, even as it is, your face is covered with the bar. That's all.
Yeah.
No worries. It doesn't matter.
It should be fine.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put it back on because I feel like it sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. We're here now. Right. Go. Okay, hold on. Let me lower this a little bit, and that might be a little bit better for the sake of hearing everything that's going on. Chill, bro. Chill with you, bro. This is as much lighting as I can get right now in this room. I'd like to do like a circle thing, but it's kind of difficult.
It's a dungeon. It's a dungeon.
EVs are what it is. It's a cave, bro.
Wait, so there's a CGI version in the background? Whoa. That's kind of crazy.
That's
pretty scary.
Kind of spooky, yeah. It's fine though.
Oh, my head is like delayed a little bit. Ah. That's really scary. It's like The Grudge.
What are you talking about? I mean, it's
like
live
watching my head. It's inverted.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
All right.
Do you know how to do full screen?
I can do it. Hold up. I mean, I can do full screen on this one. Hold up. Let me just. Let me see. You should just hit like F11 maybe.
F11.
I mean, hold up, the function key. Do you have function keys on Apple?
Function.
On
oh.
I didn't mean to. Just hit. There should be a full screen button on the toolbar.
Full screen? Full screen button on the toolbar.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
He's active now.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's full screen on our end.
Perfect.
Good. Yes, sir. All right. What shall we dive into today? Yeah, your TV in the background is kind of like disconnected.
What is the toolbar that you speak of?
Oh, I was talking about right above your like row of numbers. There should be a number row, another row of things.
What's the meaning of life?
And there should be one that looks like a kind of full screen type thing.
Oh.
That might work for Skype. That or up in your top left, you click the little 3 bars on the camera. The little 3 bars in like the corner next to your name.
Yeah.
Next to our name, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should work.
But
yeah.
Oh wait, I have an idea. Okay, I think I did it best we can. That's okay. It shows differently on my computer when I plug it in. It's just this is basically what we call the Muppets, and this is where this is where my friends and I hang out, and we're heckling each other. What do you want to tell future you, Tomas?
Your path will be difficult, but it will be a rewarding one. You have to grind through those struggles and maintain belief in your purpose in life. And that is to make some banger-ass fucking music.
Okay.
Wait, that's future you, not you're like from the future telling past you?
That's future me telling past me. No, me telling future me.
It's past you telling future you.
Past me.
Oh yeah, that's how it works.
What would future...
Sorry.
Wait, yeah. Okay, that is it.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
But it's like sometimes it's like, oh, what if you had to tell past you something?
If I had to tell
to get
past
them
me,
through?
someone would be like, bruh, why are you always so angry? But chill out. Like fucking chill out. Stop being a dickhead. You know? Enjoy life. Get
Yeah,
that
this is
Santa
just me and my friends hanging out in my room.
Oh God, social distancing, you know, as we do.
What if you had to tell future you to tell past you to tell future you something?
You'd probably say what you just said.
Yeah, hold
And-
on. You said tell future me to tell past me. All right, tell. Isn't that just you talking to yourself in the present then?
Are we just a bunch of bums on the street corner?
You talking to yourself in the future.
Yeah,
Raving?
that's our perception. What
Ragtiming?
is the sound of one ass clapping? Bro, I fucking said it. Ah, that's sick, bro.
It is one hand.
I can do like the.
What is the sound of sound itself? I
Silence.
slurp a Slurpee slipping on a shelf.
Why can you drink a drink but you can't food a food?
Well, you can't, you can. You can. You can. No, you can't. Yes, you can.
Why do you? Wait. Hold on. I was gonna say something about
Today?
sidewalks and driveways.
This
You
afternoon.
park in a driveway and you walk on. It's March 1st.
March
So
4th.
how's the
March
cat?
1st. Spring has sprung.
How's the cat over there at the house with the home?
Last time I checked, sleeping on the cardboard.
Oh,
Cool,
good.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
your favorite spot.
What's the protocol there for feeding again? Oh yeah, now I remember. But do you have meat twice a day?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can have meat twice a day.
Nice.
Miss that little bastard.
So,
Just
earlier,
hey.
Ray told future him, something really startling, which is keep on trucking. I don't know how we feel about that.
Can you roll the clip? The highlight?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll the clip. Schmaltz.
You just recline. Why?
The pop filter.
Why?
I'm sorry, that was horrible.
Literally why?
La,
Fucking pop filter too. Like,
It's such a nice microphone. Why wouldn't you burp into it?
then do it. We're doing the whole infinite loop type deal.
Yeah!
That was the clip.
Yes. Glorious. Absolutely.
Well,
fantastic.
Trucking in a
We're talking in a metaphorical way or
Yeah.
a physical, literal?
I don't know. Let's listen to the clip. That wasn't the clip. Here's the clip.
physical way.
Here's the clip.
Metaphorically speaking. You're playing Nintendo.
Not in a literal trucking way. I'm not a truck driver.
Oh.
Phone died. No?
Phone stuck.
Good podcast. Great podcast.
That's never coming out of there. It's gonna get caught in there. It's just gonna burp forever. Bro. It's like beer burp forever, bro. It's just like air out
burp in there and then close the pop filter off.
Yeah, that's fucking gross. Stuff.
Okay, well,
That's a purple.
there's this thing about YouTube
Yes.
where live streams don't really like show up right away.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It takes about a day. It's really strange. So I'm not gonna try any harder than that. It's not gonna work.
Okay, that's fine.
But I can tell you that Ray said verbatim, "Keep on trucking." So I just wondered
Let's begin to analyze.
I just wondered how you felt about that, Ray.
I just thought I omitted the G. I thought it was more of a trucking.
No, because I wrote trucking. You said trucking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me omitting the G.
Well, you see,
keep on biking.
Our fossil fuel consumption is very high right now. It's definitely not sustainable.
I meant keep on biking.
It's a boot's time that we have a drink.
You get it? Because it's a boot?
I get it. Oh, I can just zoom into you guys. That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I can zoom in on the boot. The glass boot.
Zoom in on me, hiding behind my microphone stand.
So I'm just okay. I'm just trying to gather a little bit of material here. So what can I? What about your last? How's your new job?
It's pretty all right. It's pretty all right. Honestly, like it was kind of difficult at first because like, so when I came in, like they were super shorthanded, and they just basically fucking threw me in because it was like, hey, guess what? There's only like 4 employees here, and we fucking need you. So I'm just like going hard and like I'm making mistakes and stuff.
Classic.
But, like, you know, I felt like I was getting on people's nerves because like I didn't know my shit, but it was also like I only been there for a little bit. But like literally last week,
now you're rhyming about it.
They had me on for 6 days in a row. I was like, I made the mistake of being like, oh, I'll take as many hours as you can give me.
Did they give you overtime?
No, I worked a total of, for the past 2 weeks, I worked a total of 67 hours.
What's overtime?
40 per week, I believe.
So that means that you've gotten quite a few overtime hours.
I think something like that. Well, it was, I think I had like 30 something. I think I was like just getting close to 40 a week.
Oh, in the 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. That's different.
But it's like this. I think it's like over 8 hours. Every hour you're there, you get overtime. But if it's like broken up, then it's not as much. But you know, it's all right. Like I get free coffee when I drive there. So.
Are you a coffee head now? You like coffee?
Dude, I literally quit for like 3 days because I kept crashing super hard after work. But then I just started back up again because I missed it. But honestly, like I gotta quit again. My boss was like, is this gonna be decaf? I'm like, no, I want full espresso. She's like, all right. It's funny because she's like, you know, because she was used to me getting decaf stuff for the last 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like tired again, so I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
Espresso's good.
I'm fucking tired, man. Yeah, bro.
I slept in a tent like kind of last night.
When?
So then I got
last night.
I went to bed. I slept like really long. I went to bed at like 8 or 9, like 8ish, and got up at like 8 or 9. So I probably slept like 11 hours last night.
Yeah, you like pulled a 12-hour shift there.
I think it was 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired. I should do homework today. I'll have to double time it tomorrow, maybe instead.
I've heard that before.
Oh yeah. Always thinking.
So you're all just sitting around, hanging out, having a day of it, and you're supposed to be doing homework.
Yeah.
I should be recording music, but I'm like putting it off. It's really bad. Like it's hard to find the motivation for it sometimes when you're just like super burnt out and not in the right mindset, you know?
What are you working on?
This other rap song that I'm making called Rule of the Jungle. I have a pre-beta version of it basically. It needs a lot more mixing. I need to re-record the vocals because I wasn't really feeling it in the booth at that point. But it's a pretty good song, I'd say. I don't want to say it's like, oh, it's a masterpiece, but like it's a fucking bang. Once I re-record the vocals and get it right, it's gonna be a fucking banger.
Do you want to give us some bars or no?
What?
You want to give us some bars?
I'm gonna have to wait until that comes out. I'll be honest.
That's cool. Ray, you want to give us some bars?
No barrage. Give me a beat. Tomas got no barrage. I'm sitting here eating this porridge, y'all. Oh, just kidding. I had a burger and I had to sit with that because I had coffee. Now I'm over it. Yeah, a little kicking back with my homie. I'm in my home OGC. Yeah. About to kind of.
Hold on. Keep that beat up. I have a different song that I was like writing in my head that I can go for you. Hold up. I'm pouring the spot with a shirt from the hatchback. Shorty got a low cut down to her ass back. Baby, we got heads in the basket. Murder in the sheet, throwing flowers in the casket. I ain't gonna sit and pretend that I'm wrong. Cause I have been depressed and it's taking a tough foot first to the test and I'm breaking on myself. But wait, my rest, my faithful. You know what I mean? Is you classic as burnout. Constantly measured by the hours to be burnout. I'm feeling physically the word that you hear about loud to be filling up the road when you turn out. I don't really fuck around with subtleties because imagine the fact stand front of me. A, B, C, you and me, you see, we ain't never gonna come to me. You better just block it, everything you got. Price is worth it. If you got what's forward, you're giving what's hot, what's more. Funny way you're messing with the cost. Spin that shit like got him. Like I had it. Done. Off the top. Spin that shit like everybody turn around. Win that shit like I don't fuck with being down. Tinder versus Cinders when I'm up to some heat, but I never really cap on the beach. It should be a clown. Check out my show when I'm living like Larry. Still living walking on Foxy like Gary. Saying your length could be ordinary. Flowing so deep at the river. It's scary. Oh, there we go. Alright, that's got us some heat. Let me like.
Woo!
Better, but like
I have 400 houses.
Wait, let's try something. Let's try something out. I've been wanting to do this. Let's see what happens with machine. Let's see if you guys can rap to that.
The universe will collapse.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is that I have to play a beat to you guys. That's my theory.
When you put on something that makes it seem like you're walking in an enchanted forest, and Bigfoot is following you and he's giving you the sexy eyes, and you're kind of pretending not to see him because it's COVID. And you're like, Bigfoot, you're not wearing a mask, but you're kind of enticed. And there's like daisies.
Keep it going. Yeah.
That kind of works.
Yeah.
Daisies.
I'm a mess, but I do it for the class. Shorty spinning around me, rod, got her tongue hanging out. Put it in the left, talk John mouth, bang, drain, never blow back out. Hey, yeah.
Never sitting on a live stream, Bob. Now, how many more hanging out with my friends? And we're sitting here and we're looking in and we're sitting there, we're singing in a song and we're loud in a microphone.
Yeah. On the phone, never doing on my own.
My favorite forward is walk out the door, I heard the door and just, yeah.
Singing that song in the room will never be alone. Yeah, in the zone. I'm gonna go eat a raspberry scone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got my I have 400 houses. Not 400 houses. 400 houses. That's all I have. You're going to your phone, dude. I'm so tired right now. I haven't slept in like an hour. You good? Yeah. Keep it going, keep it close, that's right. Yeah, I want to see you in the light. Yeah, you ain't never trying to pick a fight. Yeah, let's get it right. All of them right, yeah. Get some glasses so I can have sight. Yeah, let's get it. Hey, don't even pick a fight. We're not right. Early, so Does that land even time? I'm running like early.
Try it again. It's in time somehow. La la la, goody la la, limbs turning in snake, turning in the hot limbs, turning in snob, turning in the hot limbs, turning in snake, turning in the hot asparagus, jump down, turning in snob, turning in hay, turning in asparagus, turning in snob, turning in hay, turning in snake.
Go in the house, eating asparagus, eating on the orange, eating the carrots again.
Yeah. All right, let's hear your polka lyrics, Ray. What you got?
I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, so let's take my God.
Turn me chicken, I don't want to be a duck. Okay, okay, let's see, okay. Alright, okay, alright. Okay, well, alright, okay, nice. So,
Yes. Such high energy.
Bro, it's a lazy Monday, alright? We just kind of chilling, doing our thing, living life like we ought to be.
I got soju in the fridge.
Soju in the fridge, sip it. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme fridge with something, but fridge don't rhyme with much.
Dredge.
Judge Dredd.
The fridge.
Go
Hedge.
to the fridge, trying to get a little smidge of the bacon grease.
Didgeridoo. Did you do?
That bacon grease up. I keep it lubed up like that bacon grease.
Keep it loaded up like that bacon grease cup.
I'm making these burritos.
Yeah, and in the cup, fill it up. I can get enough. It's a good stuff. I will start
this car on my bacon grease.
So Ray, you had a song you wanted to share with us.
I could try a piano thing if we have that figured out. I'm not sure if we have that figured out.
You can just play it.
I can just play it in the.
Play through the amp, you should be fine.
Yeah, wait here. Hold that.
Tomas, do you want to hear or do you want to do it right now? Are you ready?
I guess yeah. Hold up. I'm just gonna flip this around and it should be fine.
Okay, then let's hear it. All right, ladies and let's see.
The amp's gotta heat up.
To all watching, this is Ray Triana music.
We can still play this song.
Can you hear that?
Kind of put a little reverb on there. That's what I got right now. Thank you.
Yeah. The flowers That
That's
was
from Alice in Wonderland.
that was a transcendental banger. Yes, especially in the month of June. Lolly, 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 lolly flowers. Lolly, lolly, lolly. That sounds great.
That's the loudest spot. All right.
It sounds great.
That was my concert.
That was beautiful. What is this, church? Clearly it's church.
Let me try to play something real quick. Let me see if I can just kind of mess around with it.
Yeah.
I think so.
No, have it on chorus on the amp.
Give us a show here, maybe. Or not.
We're gonna get bonus Isabella busting in and being like, "Hey, shut up." I can do it.
Ice cream!
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Woo!
There we go. Yay, music. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tomas.
Just go ahead and turn this back around, I guess. Just like Ray's going to the restroom. Son, he'll be back shortly. And we're just gonna put the mic back here, and then we're gonna talk all centrally into it. Welcome to the podcast. What you've heard right now is Chef Moss and Triana Music. We're here with Blake, and to our first caller.
Do you want to? Can we add someone? Do you want to add someone?
I was just making a joke. Our lines are open now. Go ahead and call. You know you want to.
Tax title license may apply.
888
Visit store for details.
888-555-888. Call now. Call now. You don't know what you're getting, but call now. 888-555-888.
Filling protection bank dealerships. Tax title license may apply. See store for details. At stores near you.
www.Meisinger.com.
25% less than the competing brands. 40% less fat.
2% less saturated fats.
25% more liquid.
10% less calories.
Tax title license may apply.
Best in Jada rates may apply. Based on a 2,050 calorie diet.
Nutrition facts.
Nutrition facts. Very spicy.
Does not follow California food safety guidelines
Its products may contain chemicals that are known as canceric.
in the state of California, including cadmium, lead, and arsenic. Not for human consumption.
May contain asbestos.
Seek poison control immediately if swallowed.
Side effects may include bleeding from the eyes,
vomiting, nausea, loss of vision, suicidal thoughts, or even death.
Vomiting blood. Walking into a room, forgetting why you're there.
Loss of smell, loss of soul.
Loss of soul.
Side effects may include watching commercials.
An extreme urge to go to the store and buy munchies.
Side effects may include listing side effects.
Side effects may include more side effects.
Side effects may include front up and personal effects.
Side effects may include regular.
Effects not to be limited to anything.
Message data rates may apply.
Can you grab me one of those?
We'll just Venmo you. We'll Venmo it to you.
Yeah, you should pour it on the microphone.
Just right through the foam, you hear it like percolate down.
The chubby frog. I don't know. Keep pausing when I bring it up. Yep, little chubby frog right there.
That's dope. What are you drinking? Is that sake?
Soju.
Soju is beer. Cool.
Wow.
Good for ya. Put some bread in your blender, huh? That's what they
Horrid.
say.
It's horrible. Mudra hand signs.
Are you trying to exfoliate this next dimensional transitional hyperspatial?
It's just really deceiving. I don't know. It's such a small bottle.
Hold
It's
on,
like-
Ray, you can't even hear him, can you?
But it's strong.
No.
Your headphones. Yes.
Oh.
Schmaltz.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
I bet. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but I bet it's tasty.
Pour it in your boot.
My boot. Just a little bit. I still got to do absolutely nothing today and then feel bad about it later.
It seems like that's kind of the theme, huh? That's what you two are doing today.
Unfortunately, that is how quarantine goes.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, what if that's just the meaning of life? And it's like this thing where it's like Christianity and all of this is built up around like sinning, you know?
There's no
Yeah.
sense in feeling bad about it at all.
Just so when you do it, it feels like naughty and like maybe that's the whole thing is like
Yeah.
maybe you're supposed to procrastinate. So
I know,
then
I know.
What if this earth
We're
is
sup-
really
we're
just God's
supposed
waiting room?
Yeah.
No, I really wish it was more socially acceptable for like people to just be taken care of, so they like have food and housing and don't have to stress about it.
Yeah, well, it's.
But that's socialism.
No, I mean.
No, they-
Whoa.
What it is what I believe it is it plays on our ego need for like competition in the wilds because like we're just like kind of dumb but also kind of smarter monkeys.
yeah.
So it's like because you know that's a part of our animal instinct. It's like, oh, this person is losing and they have to win to survive, and it's like that's just fucked.
Well, I've seen
Such is the struggle.
I've seen recently online that they have like tiny home villages opening.
Oh yeah, my coworker was gonna buy a tiny home.
Yeah, that's the future millennial villages they're going to be called.
They're like shanty towns, but better.
They're like, well, here's what they are is they're actually almost group living facilities. And a lot of it's like rehabilitation of like people who are having trouble finding somewhere to sleep, you know?
I don't know, bro. That sounds like socialism to me.
No, it's like
I'm just kidding. No.
it's like
It's a more
It's like
affordable
people-
capitalism.
but yeah, so then it comes back to
Okay.
the procrastinating thing where I don't think it's wrong to want to live simply or whatever, like in
No.
a shack, but it kind of sucks to have to do it and prefer to do something else. And it's kind of like
Yes.
procrastinating where maybe we just want to procrastinate and just hang out and we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves, but also get things done more, you know? Maybe that's
Mhm.
maybe that's it. Maybe we'll just procrastinate the whole day away, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I'm doing in school right now, I take pleasure in doing it when I actually sit down and do it. But it's hard to trick myself into getting into like doing it. I know it's like a skill set that's going to be really important for when I get out of school too. But wow, it's hard to learn in the context of school when you're like you have to
Online?
do it.
Or what?
Yeah, I mean, online sure is another layer.
Just
But
turn
just
this
in
to off.
general, where it's like something that you might actually be interested in if you have the tools outside of school and just were self-driven to do it, but in the context of school, and they're like, oh, you have to, turn it in on time. And I don't know, for me, it just kind of makes me lazy or something, or or convince myself that I don't want to do it, but I would actually enjoy doing it if I just sat down and wanted to do it.
I kind of see the opposite almost, because I was in school, it pushed me to get shit done, but now that I'm out and I'm like, oh, I'll do music on my own time, it's I keep fucking procrastinating further and further and further. I don't know why. It's just I'm not in the right mindset for it. I keep telling myself I'm not, or oh, I'll just wait until I buy this next music thing that's gonna make my music better. But really, it's just a fucking trap of not actually wanting to do the work to get to where I need to be, or I feel that I need to be. Because it's I hadn't done it in weeks, and I'm all right, I should work on my project. And I literally got in a flow state for a solid 3.5 hours just working on this new thing. And I'm all right, that felt good. Why did it take me so long to actually just sit down and fucking do it? I have nothing else going on besides work. Why did it take so fucking long to just go for it? It's weird.
I don't think it's that weird. I think that's what I was saying, is it's actually what everyone's got, on a certain level. And I think it's something you learn how to accept that artists can still create if they're not satisfied with really most artists aren't satisfied ever with the end, So really it's just this thing where you put in the practice, and it becomes you put in a little bit of time here and there, you get better at going into the flow state. But if you build up all that expectation of success and having followers, and you build up this other end of it instead of the joy of it, you end up getting confused, like Ray was saying, with school, where you're for the wrong reasons. You're doing it for numbers, and you're doing it for grades or whatever it is. And
stuff that's not eventually gonna make you happy.
I mean, I tell myself that I want to be there. I tell myself that I want to be there because I want to eventually just move out of my parents' house. That's really what it is.
Be successful. You want to be successfully.
I just want to be able to pay the bills with my passion. That's what
it is. I'm doing that too. I mean,
I want the government to pay my bills.
I know.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And everything. But, at least some of them.
In this, we gotta live with our means right now, so it's I mean, I'd like to pay the basic upkeep of hey, you're allowed to live. Here's some food and water, and here's somewhere to sleep. That's not cold, and you're gonna die of freezing cold.
Yeah.
But
water.
I guess it's a privilege to live in the United States, right? Not a right.
Well, just having water and shelter and food.
Medical care too when you need it.
Yeah, but just the basics of survival, good, clean water and air, food, and all that, it's actually relatively uncommon. There's a lot of it kind of becoming less nutrient, the water and the air and everything.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've hesitated. I'm not sure about making money with art and all that, because then you have to walk the fine line between doing it for the grades, which become just paychecks, and then the other end of it, which is this paradox of these people who are singing the blues, but they're really rich, or they're singing about the homeless people perspective or the traveler, but they're actually not living it. Or even down to rappers who aren't really rapping about, they're rapping in persona, and I think it's all great, but it's such a confusing sometimes
I know exactly what you mean. You get lost in between, because me, I rap in persona a lot. I don't do a lot of the shit that I rap about.
Yeah.
But it's
I feel that, yeah.
It's a character, and it's almost a parody of kind of that lifestyle, but at the same time, I also want to make music that's this is something that I'm truly feeling. This is something that I truly believe in. Let me put this out. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
My rap shit is just for fun, kind of. The trap music, it's kind of fucking stupid, but also I just want it to fucking sound good as fuck. When you're, blaring that shit, rolling down the street, and you're clapped out Cadillac CTS, fucking, that's just fucking, that shit's dope, because it's just kind of the Bay Area culture. But on the other hand, I want to make art that's actually meaningful, and that portrays what I truly believe is purposeful and meaningful here. So it's a give and a take. It's a push and a pull. It's a light and a dark, And there's the dark fucking the rap shit that's super aggressive, super fucking about drugs, money, and girls, because that's unfortunately I mean, I don't want to say unfortunately, but that's the culture. That's the surrounding culture, especially in the Bay Area, and that it's about status. But on the other hand, I want to have that base to be able to say other things. So it's like they live in tandem. I want them to like live in tandem with each other, if that makes sense.
I desperately wish that this camera could capture how much the window in this room needs to be cleaned. It's very bad. We need some Windex.
I need a lot more Windex.
We need a Windex sponsor.
What's confusing is that it all works. You know, you have people who are being inspired by what happened last time around, you know, with art. And then you have people who are just, their whole thing is like, I have this vision that doesn't exist. And then they end up being like a revolutionary. But you can still take stuff from the past and just put it together or just refine it and still be a revolutionary. So you can do anything, you know?
True, yeah. Like I'm thinking it's just a matter of actually fucking doing it, not procrastinating.
Yeah, that's why I like live streaming. Like I've been doing exclusively recording through YouTube live streaming, and I just put it on without a plan. And occasionally I'll play a song and I'll delete a couple versions until I get a good one, you know? And then I'll just call it by the title of the song. But there's something about the like my dream of it is create a podcast where us three are in a room together, or we're in a rhythmically synced cyberspace environment where we can jam together, and then we can go in and out of conversation and jamming.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would be really really cool.
And I know that's the future because it's going to be the evolution of the hangout, you know, and people want to see backstage, and they want to see people fuck up when they're trying to play something really impressive, and they want to see people thinking and making weird improvisational poetry and stuff.
yeah, I understand that because it's real.
Yeah, people want to. We've seen plenty of perfection.
Part of that conversation, they want to feel included.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to see all of it. You don't have any songs you want to play for us one time, or are you good?
I can show you my first rap song that I have out right now on my SoundCloud if you'd like to just play it.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I don't know if I can like play it through anything, or you could just on my SoundCloud if you'd like.
Okay, I'll go to the SoundCloud.
This was my first ever one that I put out. Actually, I have two.
Actually, you can just play it on that, can't you?
I mean, not really, because I play it too. Sorry, my dog was just like barking. I mean, I can't. I don't
move the camera.
Yeah,
you should get her to bark onto the.
She's 125 years old in dog years.
18 years old in dog years.
No, she's 18 years old in human years.
Yeah.
She's 125 years old. She's like elder.
And she smokes one lighter a day.
She what?
And she smokes one lighter a day.
Sure.
Okay, so I have this one here that I just did. It's kind of like a slam poetry type deal.
Nice.
Do
you have it written out?
No. Wait, hold up. Let me see the notepad. What's the notepad? I might have it.
Do some people smoke one lighter a day? Like they're like, I smoke so much weed that the lighter's gone.
That's an old Bill Hicks joke where he talks about like smoking cigarettes, and then he's like, I go through about one lighter a day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could just say the verses for you right here without the beat.
Do you want a beat, or do you want it? No, you should just say them.
Yeah. Can you get this dog to it? Lola, shut. I'll feed you in a minute.
It actually sounds good. You could just have it barking.
Yeah.
But it sounds kind of sad too, but whatever.
Okay.
You are in front of the...
I got you slam poetry. This is from my song Pray to Disappear.
Thank you.
Time hits different when you stop counting, and it's lost to the river, wide, long, and drowning, thinking of home, lost in trees surrounded, one step closer. I can hear the trumpets sounding. Sometimes the only worth of it all is ideals, achievable to some when tragedy drives at your heels, a totem. One way to find how you feel when you give up the pedal, life rips at the wheel. Someday, I wish I could just get it off me. Sorry, I got no brakes to stop me. Give up the fight and start killing them softly. Sing for the people, but the war is ever costly. I'll never know why I do the things that I do. Walk the path each day in search of something new. Fuck it all, wipe it clean. Can't believe it's on you. Was it nature or nurture? I'll know when I come to. Forget about this thesis. Take what you want to hear. You feel it in your bones because the heart of it is near. Time is running out. The void is what you fear. Stop climbing out if you pray to disappear. So that's that.
I love it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. Thanks for reading that.
Yeah, that was I made Head Woozy, which is like one of my fucking rapper songs, and it's been like months. I'm like, I gotta put something out. So I wrote that, recorded it, and produced it, and mixed it in one day, and I put it out.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like a Zen painting. You can do it in 30 minutes. You know.
I was like, this is all I needed, and it's like a minute and 26 seconds. Here, let me send you the link right now.
Less is more.
I'll send you the link if you want to hear the actual song. I think it's actually kind of trippy.
Just don't get hung up in like perfection and make it. If I were you, like I would try making multiple versions of the same song, you know, and just go for it, like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
That was an awesome slam.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So yeah, it's something. It's something. It's something cool and something different, and you know, it's something that I was feeling that day, so I just put it out.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, I feel like I have like a lot of talent for it, but at the same time, it's like sometimes it's hard to just tap into it. You know, when you're just like doing the day-to-day grind at the coffee shop. It's like
I have that same problem. It's like writer's block or something, but
not even particularly writer's block. Just like you're just fucking tired all the time.
Oh, I see. Oh, sure. Well, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. You gotta. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's the coffee crash.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of self-care, but like
self-care.
You know, I mean, I've been trying to run every day, and I haven't gone like every day, but like I was in a pretty good streak for a while. I'd say I've been taking care of myself. So like I'm not super like a morning person, which is at the coffee shop or like
Yeah.
I'm not super late. They're like 10 a.m. I'd say 10 to 5, and then it's like that's a good part of the day, and then you get home at 5, and then usually I go over to like my friends and play D&D because that's the thing that we've been doing recently. So it's like not as it's hard to find time for yourself sometimes.
Sure.
When you're too eager to give it away to other people around you, and it's not saying that it's like a bad thing because it's good to be social. I mean, thankfully social, but at the same time, it's like I'm a pretty introverted person, and I just need time to recuperate sometimes.
I'm all for that. Yeah, go for walks, do some just like it's good to have like a practice.
Meditation, man.
Meditation.
I honestly have fallen off of that. I know I should be doing more of it, but I've been just doing less of it.
Me
just
too.
Focusing on what's in front of me,
Me too. Yeah.
So that's how it goes sometimes, man.
Is Ray down for the count?
He's over here.
Don't put the headphones back.
Oh, hey,
I
Ray.
heard that too. Wants the headphones. I'm texting Michael about Shanghai right now.
Is he? Why?
Well, he's moved to Shanghai because he's always wanted to be an English teacher there, and he found out that apparently the company he's going through is going to like put him up in a hotel for 2 weeks, and that's like his quarantine. But it's weird because I was talking to my piano teacher about it, who said that, and she's familiar with China, and she's also been to Shanghai, and she was like, wow, how is your friend even getting to China right now? From what I've heard, they don't let foreigners in. They only let Chinese citizens and people who are married in to the country right now. And everybody who goes to the airport has to get a nose test and an anal COVID test.
Wow.
Apparently. But I don't know if that's just like some random shit that, someone told someone or is like a joke or something taken seriously. But I don't know. I'm just talking to Michael. He's always been excited to go do this sort of thing. So I think it's going to be really good. But other things I've heard about Shanghai is that it's like two cities. There's like an old city that's like ancient, or maybe not ancient, but there's like really old buildings, like an old half of the city, and there's like a new, like more cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan.
Apparently, it's very westernized there in like the cosmopolitan area, and the nightlife is apparently very incredible as well as the food. So it sounds like a really cool place. Definitely sounds like a place our friend Michael would enjoy a lot.
Wow, that's surprising, but not knowing him. But it is still kind of shocking. That's a big move.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out if what I'm hearing from one source that like you can't get into China, maybe. I just want to find out like how he got his opportunity. Unless I don't want to be like, oh, it's a scam or whatever. But like, it's good to like double check to make sure that it's not like some crazy, like
Yeah.
it is a scam or something. And it would
Sure.
be good to know if it's a real thing, because it's like I might have other friends who want to go teach English in Shanghai, and there might be this company that will like help them do it.
That's pretty awesome. I have a friend that did that in South America from high school, I think. Teach English, but you have to learn the other language, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think that it would be really cool to do. I would feel so unequipped, especially as a music student, like trying to weasel my way into like a country like China and be like, oh, I'm a musician, where it's like I feel so underqualified to like do anything, especially in the context of piano, to like be able to give performances and stuff. But I think that changes when you have like a band, because then it's way different when you're playing with the band, because everybody plays different roles, and the sound and the energy and the chemistry is just way different than being like a solo pianist, which is quite an endeavor. You have to remember everything. You have to be technically inclined to do it. You have to also learn to like not rely on memorizing everything, and also rely on like the sheet music, which is something I'm pretty bad at.
Phone call.
Oh yeah.
I think Bela Fleck went on tour in China with Abigail Washburn, his wife, partner.
Where'd they meet, at a music festival?
They met on a banjo dating site.
Really?
No, that's their joke though. They say that live as part of their act.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of like traveling musician family. They have their kid with them and stuff, or did 2 years ago. Now they're probably just quarantining and recording.
I have to look into this, because this would be an awesome thing to do once
You want to do that?
kind of coronavirus is over. But no, it's something related. But I was talking to Ryan, our friend, and we went that one time to see that fiddler player, Alistair Fraser,
Yeah.
in Ferndale. It was really incredible. And apparently he has like a summer camp sort of thing in Santa Cruz called Valley of the Moon, I believe.
Cool.
And it's where you go to like meet a bunch of people and learn a bunch of traditional folk music.
There's a lot of those. There's one that I always hear about north, like I think in Oregon, but there's a lot of that. That's what I want to do too. I'd love to go. I'd love to go.
That'd be so dope in like a year or something to start doing that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how long it takes, but that's the best probably hangout is like music, traditional folk tunes you can learn with like European folk tunes, American folk tunes. Be fun.
Yeah. I kind of realized with this, like, with between my college experience and my limited music festival experience, that this is like getting into place.
Hey man.
College in a way is this artificial environment that you buy into, that you get to meet, like, network with a bunch of people who are there because
only if you know how to network.
they bought into it. Yeah, and there are certain barriers and stuff and like skills, but and music festivals almost, it's like the same way, but rather than the competitive vibe of a college where there's other things to worry about than just like meeting people, because it is an investment because you pay to like get a degree or whatever and have that name. But a music festival is purely like, if you're looking at it from an investment standpoint, it's like a place you go, you pay your money to not only have a good time, but to make like connections, with people. And so that's why everybody's really open. And it's just kind of weird, these like artificial environments through which you like get to instantaneously meet like all sorts of people, or at least like the type of person who would go to one of those things. And in the real world, oftentimes in a lot of places, it's really hard to like immediately have those sort of connections. But there's like these environments and oftentimes you have to buy into, where you like, all automatically just pretty much, no matter what type of person you are, you're going to meet like somebody, someone else there that you can connect with and be friends with and stuff.
They're kind of like
So it's-
melting pots for synchronistic events too, for just random happenstance, you know?
Mm.
True.
But that's something I've written about, how like school is like we're all fishes and it's an artificial reef that we built to swim around in. Yeah, kind of.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, the way I am trying to go is that there's no artificial. It's all just this, like, we're humans and we're saying we're separate. And that what makes us special is that we make artificial things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's the way that a bird knows to perch in the same place that its ancestor birds perch during migration is a different dimensional version of education, you know? It's just that we've focused in on the time dimension of change and that we're able to bottle it, and that's not necessarily artificial. You know what I mean? It's like a bird song. We're learning songs, you know? So
Even my go-kart's made of stardust.
yeah, so I'm not saying
You know?
there's no distinction, but it's hard when you try to define it, because a school is kind of like a miniature ecosystem in itself of thoughts, you know? And physically too, like a school is like, it has the dormitories, it has the food part, it has the health part, you know? It is kind of a little city, you know?
Okay, then what about the internet and artificial intelligence? Is that something that
There's no artificial intelligence.
I know? So that with that argument, is it saying that those sort of wavelengths maybe have always like been there, but we're just recently able to access them because we have like tools and skills? But I feel like maybe
it's
some of those
evolution.
wavelengths were,
Evolution.
or yeah, I guess
like the way that we evolved. Well, sorry, what?
Artificial is kind of a loaded term.
Yeah, it is. It's like artificial intelligence is like AI. What's AI?
But we're generally referring to inorganic things. So like if a bird makes a nest, it's out of like grass. It's out of organic material. But if a human being or a company makes a computer, it's out of like silicon. It's out of inorganic material. If we make a building, I guess you could build with wood, but if you build with like cement,
we're refining the earth.
It's inorganic, and that has a heavier, like artificial it carries that weight like a little more than like a bird nest.
It carries the weight more, but it's still refined earth. Period. It's still refined earth.
Yeah.
It's just a much more interconnected way. It's more complicated. It's a simple way of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So virtual reality. Right now, we're in virtual reality.
Yeah, true.
And we didn't even notice it. I grew up with YouTube. I think it was 2005, and it took me that long until last year I realized when I'm watching people like live, like because all the live streaming during 2020, it was really popular. I realized the way that I view a live stream is different than the way I view a past time travel stream,
Yeah.
It's a different
also,
mentality.
You're looking at real life human beings, like on the street when you walk around and go to coffee shops or whatever. You're still looking at real people through the lens of the internet, through the lens of like I've grown up knowing what people act like and are like because of the internet. So you're looking at like someone's avatar. Yeah, and phones and stuff.
This has evolved out of our body. We're spilling out of our minds,
But also, we take too much fucking credit for like, oh, we did this. It's our thing. But it's like, okay, you go walk into the woods and in 10 years come back out with a cell phone that you built yourself. Or I don't know, humans take a lot of credit for how smart they are based off of stuff that took like it took like a lot of years of development and took like a lot of different dead people's ideas carried over to like create. And so I think a lot of times, like, I don't know, maybe people like dumb it down or don't even understand, the power of like the tools we have and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we have really, really powerful artillery to take down the mass propaganda farm. We can burn that down finally, or we can just repurpose it. We can use the technology that's caused us to think this way to put stuff back up the wire. Put something else. Make more. Produce, don't consume.
It kind of is like repurposing. It wouldn't really be like taking it down because we've used the same tools.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like capitalism is like doomed to collapse because there's already systems that are like far more efficient than human labor, than manual labor that humans have created that, are artificial, but if we're struggling with that term right now, it's like kind of like we used to have kids to like we would be able to survive later on because our kids would grow the vegetables and take care of us when we were old. And now it's like these systems and this technology is our kids. And in a lot of ways, we don't like use these tools to like take care of each other.
No.
Like, we don't.
It's for capital gains.
Yeah, and capital gains just inherently flawed because you take someone's surplus time and it's like an asset you, and it's like you assign a monetary value and you try to. It's really complicated. But yeah, we're kind of all doomed to like have robots take your jobs, which might not be a bad thing because maybe we can like subsidize housing and food and like chill a little bit and like learn human skills and let the robots take care of like the survival stuff.
Yeah, we can make art. Because that's what we're really good at, That's what humans excel at.
I mean, artificial intelligence can make art too.
No, that's the thing. That's the one thing that art, like our spontaneity and our reaction, like that's the thing is it's actually really hard to make intelligence. Like a robot, that one anomaly event, it won't respond to because it's programmed, But a human will. And drawing visions and creating sound spaces and all of this, machines can do it. But what I've looked into is that if you look into artificial music, which again is like what John Cage was going at, all these people trying to find like 12-tone Rose and Schoenberg and all of this, they're trying to find artificial sound. They're trying to get outside of it. And and it ended up just coming this other end where it's like the ultimate human sound of just trying to get away from humanness, and it's still just humans reorganizing implements of different variables. It's nothing new, And so, like for example, like the idea of getting away, like modernism, postmodernism. What are we doing? Like, would you consider if you saw an ant farming aphids? Would you
postmodernist aphid?
Would you say to the ant who's like, fuck this? Sorry, who's like, this is stupid. We're all going in circles eating aphids. What we should do is we should all go eat the humans, and take over the world, Because there's plenty of ants. If they got conscious, they could take over the world, I think. So I'm just pointing out, like,
it's a different level of consciousness. It's a different wavelength of consciousness. Like I believe that. I mean, I'm kind of like a more spiritual person, but I believe it's like, and I don't want to like mix that in with whatever, but it's like the evolution of consciousness happens in integrals of life and death and rebirth.
Yeah.
Like it's the soul's journey to higher and higher consciousness, so it can't really. I don't know. I feel like it lacks the capacity to get to that level of consciousness in its current form. If that makes sense.
Do you feel like it's artificial for them to farm other animals to like keep them as this, like what we'd consider symbiosis, is that artificial?
I don't think it would be artificial. I just think it would be more unlikely than we think it would be, because like
how long have ants been farming aphids? Is it like a new ant behavior within the last 100 years that ants like wised up to?
No, it's not like that.
Ants have been farming aphids since like the dawn of ant.
Well, think of this. Beavers alter their environment around them more than any other animal next to man. Mm-hmm. That's a statistic from a documentary from my childhood that could be wrong now, and it could be outdated statistic. But what happens is beavers come in.
The biomass of all ants and the amount of anthills that they made, maybe you'd say like it's more mass of anthills than beavers. So ants actually, like. But if you're talking like per capita, like per beaver, like how much they fuck up, that's hard.
Check it out, Ray. Check it out. One beaver. One beaver. It takes like a small river or stream and makes a dam that has to get perpetually bigger. and it creates a lake. And then they
Yeah.
build a house out of sticks.
Uh-huh.
And they travel around and eat and gather and eat food, and the dam gets perpetually bigger and bigger. And then these families of beavers inherit the beaver pond and then move out, and then certain ones will go to make other beaver ponds, and they'll have this beaver pond that is basically now it's a lake, right? And then eventually, hundreds of years later, all those beavers die out, and you literally just have a beaver dam and a lodge in what's now a meadow or a field with a stream running through it. So what was once a forested area, they cut it down. They cut down all the forest by them, everything. They cut down all the forest and they make a beaver dam and like a whole lake out of it that becomes a meadow. So is that artificial?
I guess like it's using purely organic material though.
What's organic? What is
organic from life? So like if a tree dies, like wood is organic material. A rock is inorganic material.
So that's the distinction with artificial is it has to be made of inorganic material.
It's a clear like maybe it's not part of the description, so I'm not sure, but I mean I think it's like a clear what's the term like division between like obviously the amount of externalizing like humans have done, and like using these other ingredients.
I think that's a really good point. I hadn't really thought of that as a jump.
But it's all stardust. So it's like it's our official environment.
I think you could explain it out either way and it works really.
Artificial, unartificial, it's official. It's here now.
Official, there it is.
Official environment.
That's right.
It's not an artificial.
It's our official.
Our official environment.
It is what you make it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we still want to make it the best, I'm just. Tomas we traded.
We traded.
He's on now. I had some soju, and somehow it made me like more perked up.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I don't know why I'm so tired. I think it's the caffeine, honestly. Like,
yeah, I know. I
quit it for 4 days and I was feeling fine, but now I just had a shit with caffeine.
I got a free drink at his work, and he fucking sugar bombed me with this mocha. And it was kind of good. And I'm still recovering.
Nice. Well, Tomas, thanks for talking, man. And drink water with your caffeine, and smaller doses might be better.
I will remember that.
Shut up!
Have a nice day.
It's been a good discussion. We're getting more into it.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. I'm just hanging out, It's good.
Mm-hmm. Good blend of ideas.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the bottom, but we never do, huh?
Our official environment.
Our official environment.
Okay, well, if you two want to do this again, I'm gonna do a screen grab, so it'll be a much better picture.
Okay.
And it'll probably be better sound quality too. So we could even we could set up more of a structure or whatever, but this is cool with the lo-fi CGI.
I like it. Yeah, I like watching that, and it's like a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
In my head. And it's mirrored. So it's like the opposite. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, but that's like the right way, I think. Probably.
And then it's actually delayed into infinity.
Yeah.
Like, can you see this? Oh wait,
Oh. Nope.
Okay, so what are your plans for the rest of the day? You gonna go have a bacon sandwich?
Yeah, no. Probably, hopefully not. I don't know. Maybe this is a good stopping point. We can do another one later.
Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. But Are you gonna go have a bacon sandwich now?
I don't know. I might drink. I might do some homework. I might take a nap.
Okay.
I might do both at the same time.
Okay.
I might pop on some music while I'm taking a nap.
While you're eating your homework and
Yeah.
and doing your sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you have any messages for future you?
Keep on biking.
Oh,
Keep
there's
on biking.
there's no G there.
Keep on biking.
All right,
Good.
Ray. Love
Good
you,
for
man.
You too. It's been nice.
It's been awesome.
All right.
Call me later.
Make sure the cat's got enough food.
Yeah, maybe remind me, maybe.
Okay.
Just in case, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. Just breaking stuff. Clearly, not put together. It's awesome. Smells.